So hello everyone. So today we will solve this problem with KHOSLA'S independent variable equation. We will find out the pressure percentage at individual point of the sheet piles. So let me put all the pressure point at the sheet piles. Let's put this D1, C2, D2, here this is E3, C3 and D3. Okay. So now first we will calculate our pressure for upstream pile. Upstream pile. Okay. So now before calculating this, we have already discussed about this formula, so we will apply this formula here. So now, as you know, to know this value, to know the value of lambda, we need to know the value of alpha, and in order to know the value of alpha, we have to just know the value of B and D. So in the case of what is B and what is D, so here as B, you can see this is the B, the total length 57. So this is our B. So this is our B, 57 meter. And what is D? What is the length of this sheet pile? So we will consider it as, so here see the RL are given. Okay, so this is the height of the starting height of the sheet pile. We will consider here this is 154 up to 148. So our D will be, so D will be 154 minus 148, which will be 6 meter. So similarly we can get alpha from this, B by D, which is 57 divided by 6, which is 9.5 meter. Sorry, this will be unitless, 9.5. Okay. Now we will calculate this formula and put the value of the equation over this. Okay. So now the equation was, so first we will calculate the lambda, 1 plus root over 1 plus alpha. So alpha we have got 9.5, right? So it will be 9.5 whole square divided by 2. So let us calculate this. It will be 1 plus whole root over 1 plus 9.5 whole square divided by 2. So it will be 5.27. So it's 6. Let us take 5.28. 276 it's given. So I am considering 5.28. So our equation was 1 by pi cos inverse lambda by 2 into lambda. So it is now 1 by pi cos inverse 5.28 minus 1 divided minus 2 divided by lambda value. So it will give me, so let us calculate this. It is 1. So actually you have to convert it in radian, then you can get this value. So 1 divided by pi into cos inverse 5.28 minus 2 divided by 5.28. So this will give me 0.2866. Okay, so if we convert it in percentage, so it will actually multiply this with 100, so it will be 28.66%. okay. So now actually this 2.66% we have got for this point, for this E point, and the what will be in this point E1? Actually in this point the pressure will be the maximum, the most or the maximum. So the maximum pressure is 100, right? So by 100 minus this pressure point will give me the actual remaining pressure. So as I have described in this place, so it will be phi C1 will be equal to 100 minus phi E, so it will be 100 minus 28.66, we can put it in 7, so it will give me 71.3%. So actually, this C1, so this C1, this is C1, this is 71.3%. In this point the pressure is 71.3%. okay. Similarly, now just apply this formula again to get the value of phi d, and then we will put the value of phi d here. So phi d equal to 1 by pi cos inverse lambda minus 1 by lambda. okay. So by putting value 1 by pi cos inverse 5.28 minus 1 divided by 5.28. So now the calculation will be 1 divided by pi into cos inverse 5.28 minus 1 divided by 5.28. So it will give me 0.1991, or by converting it into 19.91%. okay. So now we will reduce this point from this 100. So in that manner we will get the pressure at D1, mean in this point. So phi D1 is equal to 100 minus 19.91, so it will give me approximately 7100 minus 91.91 will give me approximately 80.09. okay, 80.09%. So here we have got the pressure 80.09%, and here it is 71.3. so actually here it is 100, here it reduced to 80, then it reduced to 71. Now it's time to get the intermediate pile. So now similarly the intermediate pile equation was this, right? So we will put the value of the corresponding values in this equation. So what is B1 and what is B2 here? First we need to know that. So here the B1 and B2, see here B1 is actually this, since this is the intermediate pile, so this is B1 and this is B2. So from just look at this, most of the students tend to mistake in this point. We will consider this B1 including that space also. See here this space is also given as 0.6 meter. So B1 will be 15.8 plus 0.6. So B1 will be 15.8 plus 0.6, which is 16.4 meter. Similarly B2 will be 40 plus 0.6, 40 plus 0.6, 40.6 meter. Okay. Now we have got the value of B1 and B2. We know D because this intermediate pile D and upstream side pile D is actually same. So this D is nothing but 154, this 154 minus 148 which is 6 meter. Okay, so now alpha 1 will be B1 by D, which is 16.4 divided by 6, which will be 2.73, and similarly alpha 2 will be B2 by D, which will be 40.6 divided by 6, which will be 6.77. So now we have got the value of alpha 1 and alpha 2. So following this value, we will put the value over here and get the value of lambda and lambda 1. So lambda is nothing but 1 plus alpha 1 whole square plus 1 plus alpha 2 whole square, and sorry, this is lambda and lambda 1, say this is just only the difference is plus minus, divided by 2. So here we will calculate this. So having this calculated, it is quite easier to calculate it this problem in a very short time. So if you have this calculator, so please go through it. It will be quite easier. Okay, so this will be whole root over 1 plus alpha 1 is 2.73 whole square plus root over 1 plus 6.77 whole square divided by 2. So 1 for plus. So for plus mean for lambda, for only the lambda, the value will be 4.875, and lambda 1, just we have to change this sign. This will be negative 1.96. Okay, so now we will put this corresponding value in this 3 equation. Okay, so now phi E2 will be 1 by pi cos inverse lambda 1 is given as 1.96 minus 1 divided by 4.875. So it will be 0.707, so equivalent to 70.7%. Okay, now we will calculate phi D2, or let's calculate D2. So phi D2 is equal to 1 by pi cos inverse lambda 1 by lambda 1 by lambda. Okay, so by calculating this whole equation, we are getting 0.631, mean 63.1%. Okay, now it's time to calculate phi C2. So phi C2 is nothing but 1 by pi cos inverse lambda 1. So what was our lambda 1? It was minus 1.96 plus 1 divided by lambda. So what was our lambda? It was 4.875. Okay, so by calculating this, we are getting 0.563 or 56.3%. So we have completed the intermediate pile pressure percentage. So now we will calculate the downstream side pile. Downstream side pile pressure percentage. So we will again go back to this equation and evaluate the downstream side pile as well for this. But in this case, just look at this picture, the D is different. So here the D was different, and for downstream side pile the D is different. So we have to calculate the D separately. So D is our nothing but this. So this is our RL 152 from this height to this height. This is our D. So this is nothing but 152 minus 141.7. So this is 10.3 meter, and B will remain just the same. This total length will be B. So this is 57 meter. So now we will calculate the value of alpha, which is B by D. So here B is 57 and D is 10.3. So by dividing this we will get 5.53. Okay. So now we know the value of alpha. Now we will get the value of lambda by putting the value of alpha here. So now lambda is 1 plus root over 1 plus alpha whole square. So 5.53 whole square divided by 2, which will give me 3.31. So now we will put this lambda value in our corresponding equation of phi E3, which is 1 by pi cos inverse lambda minus 2. So what is our lambda? This is 3.31 minus 2 divided by lambda. So this will give us 37%. Okay, and phi D2, this will be 1 by pi cos inverse lambda minus 1 by lambda. So here lambda is 3.31 minus 1 divided by lambda. So this is giving me 25.4%, and our phi C3. So here now we have calculated that E3 point to be 37%, and that D3 point is giving me 25.4%. So tell me, what will be at the point of C3? Well, you are right. At the point C3 the pressure will be 0. When the water will come out here, there will be no pressure, there will be the minimum pressure, so the least pressure. So phi C3 will be 0, and the maximum pressure was at phi E1, which was 100%, right? So this is our total calculation of evaluating the pressure percentage. In my next video I will show you the calculation, that how to draw the hydraulic gradient line, how to evaluate that hydraulic gradient, and we will also discuss about the correction we have to make with this percentage evaluation. Okay, so let me just rectify once again. So at phi E1 it was 100%. At phi D1, see, at phi D1 it is nothing but 80.91%. At phi C1 it is 71.3%. At phi, then it will come to phi E2. See, the difference is very closer. So see, the pressure difference is also very closer. It was 71.3 and the next one is 70.7. okay, so the next pressure is coming will be coming at D2. So here D2 is giving me 63.1%, and for phi C2, this phi C2 is giving me this pressure of 56.3. So now for downstream side pile, the pressure point has reduced to, at that level is 37%, and in corresponding way in D3 it is 25.4% and at C3 it is 0. So, it has reduced from 100% to up to 0%. Okay. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you find any kind of difficulties and queries about this problem, please let me know. Thank you.